is the LDF government's dream project, connecting Thiruvananthapuram in the south of Kerala to Kasaragod in the north by a semi-high-speed rail corridor. The Silverline Project aims to take passengers from one end of the state to another in just 4 hours. It currently takes about 12 to 14 hours by train or road. But not everyone's on board with it. The Congress-led UDF is opposing it, Metroman E. Sridharan has called it idiotic, while environmentalists and residents are opposing it. So why is Silverline controversial? Why is the Pinarayi government pushing so strongly for it? And what is the current status of the project? I'll tell you more. But first, a quick reminder that stories like this take time, effort and resources. We cannot do this without your support. So do become a member of the News Minute community by clicking on the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's begin with the facts. The Silverline project has been in the works for 12 years now. It was first proposed back in 2009 by the previous LDF government. But things kicked off only after Pinarayi Vijayan came to power in 2016. So the project is ambitious. It's nearly 530 kilometers long. It covers 11 districts and travels through 11 stations. It'll also be integrated with the airports in Kochi and Thiruvananthapuram. The train will travel at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour. At the moment, the average speed of trains in Kerala is about 45 kilometers per hour. So that's huge, which is why it will be possible to do a 12-hour journey in just under 4 hours. The K-Rail, a joint venture between the Indian Railways and the Kerala government, is in charge of implementing Silverline. The whole project is estimated to cost nearly 64,000 crore rupees. Alright, so although the project looks great on paper, why is it so controversial? There are several reasons. Firstly, those opposing Silverline point out that the Indian Railways is modernizing and upgrading to an electronic signalling system that can anyway ensure a speed of 150 kilometers per hour. So they argue that having a standalone project like Silverline would be a waste of resources and money. There are environmental concerns as well. Activists argue that the Silverline project will destroy wetlands and agricultural land. They say the construction of the railway line will break hillocks and mountains in the Western Ghats. At a time when Kerala has been hit by back-to-back floods and landslides, they warn that the Silverline project will only serve to heighten these disasters. Many fear that the project will force thousands of people to be displaced, uprooting lives and livelihoods. Then there are questions over whether the project is financially feasible. The UDF has called the project unscientific and impractical, saying it will put a huge financial burden on the state. Although it's estimated to cost nearly 64,000 crore rupees, those like E. Sridharan point out that it can skyrocket to nearly 1.1 lakh crore rupees when it's finally completed. Remember, E. Sridharan was involved in a number of metro projects, including Delhi and Kochi. Calling it idiotic, he said that it made no sense to plan for a high-speed rail corridor at ground level. So why then is the LDF government pushing so strongly for it? Pinarayi has flat out rejected the concerns around Silverline. He says the project will help with the state's development and reduce congestion and accidents on the road, besides providing employment to 500,000 people. But there may be more to it. The CPIM has been pushing other development projects as well, whether it's the Gale pipeline project or the 6-laning of the National Highway 66. The party has been consciously trying to rid itself of its anti-development image. For Pinarayi, Silverline may be personal as well, a legacy to leave behind. But the BJP has accused the LDF government of trying to take bribes in the name of development, with Union Minister of State V. Muralidharan alleging it wants to take a commission for the project. So where does the Silverline project stand today? In October, the Union government refused Kerala's request to bear liability of the foreign loans for the project. Over 30,000 crore rupees was supposed to come in the form of foreign loans. But the Kerala government isn't deterred and intends to take up the financial liabilities on its own. It's also begun the land acquisition process. But this has been challenged by environmentalists who have alleged that it is contempt of court. The LDF government had earlier told the High Court that it would only take up the land acquisition process after getting the Union government's approval, something that it is yet to get. Pinarayi has now said that he will take up the matter with Prime Minister Modi soon. The UDF and the BJP plan to go ahead with their protests. So with the opposition too in no mood to relent, Kerala is heading for a flashpoint over Silverline. The question now is, which side will blink first? If you've liked this video, don't forget to like, share and tell us what you think in the comment section.